We live in a world of constant remasters, remakes, and collections, and somehow we're still paying full price for them. In this week's episode, we ask the question, can remakes be considered new games? We also take a look at our impressions on the Anthem demo. This is Advanced Level Video Game Podcast, and the podcast starts right now. Back to another episode of Advanced Level of Video Game Podcast. My name is Felipe Parada, and with me on the mic is the yin to my yang, the arm to my hammer, the Johnson to my Johnson. Wait, no, that didn't sound right. Your friend and mine,
John to Cena.
Your friend and mine, Mr. Oscar Portilla. Oscar, what's going on?
What's up, man?
I have a little bit of a favor to ask from you.
Yes.
A lot of stuff has happened over the past week. You know, we had the Resident Evil remake launch. We had the Anthem demo. I completely forgot that the Onimusha remake launched.
Okay.
There was a couple of other things. Kingdom Hearts 3 released. There was a lot to take in. And I feel like I want to talk about all of it, but my anxiety is preventing me from doing that. My anxiety is having me sort of tackle all these things at once, which in this case, I like to hold on the structure. So I need your help to keep me on point.
I got you.
All right?
Right.
Which brings me to what happened to me a couple of days ago. And
Hold on, before we go into that, can we touch on how cold it is outside?
Listen, up here, it reads 5 degrees. I guess that's not factoring in the wind chill.
Bro, I can't even open my car window the other day. Yesterday.
This morning, I couldn't even open my car door.
I had to, because it rained last night too.
Yeah.
So I had to, give it a good pull, and you heard the ice.
Yeah, you heard the cracking.
Yeah.
But I don't know if you were home or if you were out working, but what the hell happened around 3 o'clock?
Oh my God, bro.
I didn't realize that existed, because my friends and I got my alert on the phone, and it said, squall incoming. And I'm like...
That was from Final Fantasy?
Yeah, I'm like, what, the guy from Final Fantasy? But it was an actual alert. On my phone, I'm like, Squall from Final Fantasy's on his way. Like that's pretty badass in a way. If like we're getting alerts, but
yeah, I don't know what that was, bro. Obviously, I've never seen anything like that.
And believe me when I tell you, because I work next to an airport.
Oh yeah.
And we have the ability. We have a clear view of the airport. All the airplanes are taking off and landing. I could literally watch it all day. We could not see.
Yeah.
I don't understand how some of the aircraft were able to take off and land, because you could not see anything. It was literally all white. Now, when I mean all white, I'm not exaggerating.
No, you couldn't see. You're right. There's nothing you can't see in front of you.
And my coworkers and I were kind of looking out the window, and we're getting a little concerned, because I'm like, first of all, the alert said it was going to start at 3. It started exactly at 3, not at 3:01. Not at 2:58. It started exactly at 3 o'clock, okay? It started to snow a little harder. And next thing you know, it felt like somebody opened the portal to hell.
Like Hoth.
Yeah, exactly like Hoth. And I'm like, okay, this is not good. And exactly at 3:45, it stopped.
Yeah, like a switch.
Yeah, like somebody just closed the door, and that's it. The snow was done, the clouds moved, and it was clear skies.
And it actually became a little sunny, too.
Yeah, there was a little bit of sun, and I'm thinking to myself, something's wrong. Something's definitely wrong, because I've never witnessed. I'm 38. I've never witnessed anything like that, and apparently it's not over.
Yeah, tomorrow it's supposed to be colder.
We're talking in the negatives.
No. As far as I don't think it's supposed to snow, but I know it's gonna be colder.
Yeah, I'm glad you brought that up, because it was just really weird. It was very, very odd to witness something like that, and it was on time.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, I really wish, A, the news reporters were actually right for once, and B...
at least the phone alert was right. I didn't hear anything from the eyewitness news or whatever.
And B, I really honestly wish FedEx and UPS were as prompt.
I work with FedEx every day. It's not going to happen, buddy.
Yeah, I work with FedEx every day, too, and it's just like, oh, yeah, your package is out for delivery today, and it's going to get there between 8 and 6. Like, really? And sometimes, for USPS, the Postal Service, Package is out for delivery, no updates in between, and then it's just delivered.
And then you wonder why the USPS is in the situation that they're in.
Exactly. It gets lost in the matrix somewhere, but somehow it always manages to get to where it's going.
Don't get me started. Let us move on.
Yeah, let's move on. What's been rather popular as of late is obviously the Resident Evil 2 remake.
Yeah, that's the hot stuff right now.
It's killing it. Whether you want pun intended, no pun intended, it's murdering right now. And a couple of days ago, I was able to get a $5 gift card to Amazon. Right?
Can you explain how this happened?
I was able to fill out I want to say a survey from LinkedIn because I take part in LinkedIn Learning. Right? Okay. Every now and again, I'll take a class, especially.
I don't even know what that is.
It's like Udemy, a couple of online.
Okay.
It's the same premise. So I was able to take a survey, and mind you, anybody out there, you have a chance to take a survey, take it, because 9 times out of 10, you will get something for free. Like within the past 2 weeks, I got a $5 card from Amazon, I got a free donut from Dunkin' Donuts, and 2 free sliders from White Castle. Just filling out surveys.
Bro, I'm not hating on you. It's just funny to me that the length you're going to get free stuff.
Listen, if Sasha says, "Hey, listen, here's your receipt. Do me a favor. On the bottom, there's a little survey. Fill it out."
I never do those.
You can get you can get something free. Thank you for shopping at so and so. No,
Dunkin'
Sasha.
Donuts, it always gives you the free donut if you fill out the survey on the bottom of the receipt.
Yes. So they say, oh, thank you for shopping at so and so. No, Sasha, thank you. I'm gonna fill out the survey. I'm gonna get something for free. And I filled out a survey. I got a $5 gift card from Amazon. And I was ready to put my money down for Resident Evil 2. And something strange happened.
Okay.
I wasn't able to get it because, I was super busy. You would think that hitting add to cart and buy is just a snap of a finger. No, stuff gets in the way. I wasn't able to buy it. My son, was kind of acting up. I needed to attend to him. And when I went back to my cart, something happened that made me laugh. Because last week we spoke about Resident Evil.
Yeah.
The number one thing that bothered you was what? Was the price.
Yes.
I looked at my cart and I was looking at the price and something happened. The price bothered me too.
Yeah.
And literally the price was staring at me, $59.99, and I'm looking and I'm like, oh my God, the price is bothering me too. Why is this $59.99?
Well, with tax.
With tax, but I got my gift card. I'm pretty much paying the tax.
It's only $5. Yeah. It didn't take it down to. It's only essentially you're paying no tax on the game.
Yeah, exactly. So it didn't stop there. It really started to get at me, and I didn't know why. I mean, it's a remake. It's good. All the reviews, it's critically acclaimed.
Yeah, everything is positive about the game.
Yeah. So why is it bothering me so much? It bothered me so much that I actually went on Merriam-Webster's dictionary website, and I looked up the word remaster and remake. That's how much it started to bother me. Now, according to Merriam-Webster's definition of a remake, to make something again or different. Whereas opposed to remaster, and the remaster, this was a little bit more towards audio, but, the definition is still pretty much the same. To create a new master, especially altering or enhancing the quality. Okay. Now, I went back to the price. It's a remake, because technically the game is a little bit different. It technically is a new game from what I've been reading, what I've been seeing on YouTube, and from what we've played. It is technically a new game. It is a remake, but I justify the fact that, I understand why they charge $60, but I'm not willing to pay the $60.
I don't know why they charge $60. I don't see it. I don't see that.
We live in a world with collections.
And that's what bothers me.
With collections, remasters, remakes. The question that I wanted to ask you, are these remakes, remasters, collections, can they be considered new games? Is it justifiable to charge full price for a remake?
For me, it's never a new game.
No, and last week's podcast, I was kind of defending the developer. Yeah, but, you had to factor in the resources, and, they're pretty much remaking the game, and you had said, yeah, but the framework is already there.
Yeah.
The base is already there, so there's no reason why they should be charging a full price for this remake. And this is not the first time a developer or a publisher have tried to pass off a remake or a remaster and charge full price. Bulletstorm, the remastered edition, they tried
charging. A big controversy.
Yeah, they tried charging full price, and that wasn't even a remake. That was a remaster, right? And we can go into some of the other remasters. You know, you have Burnout Paradise, the Shadow of the Colossus remake, which you played.
Yeah.
And was that full price or was that 40?
It was 40.
Okay, we have, you know, the Crash Bandicoot, the Call of Duty, Grand Theft Auto Remaster, Grand Theft Auto 5.
And that was full price.
That was full price. The Last of Us Remastered, it was 40, but GameStop was having this thing where if you traded in the PS3 version, they knocked off the price for the remaster.
I mean, to me, it's splitting hair. That's what it is. So if I don't have problem paying $40, but 60, like, come on.
I didn't honestly think that it was going to bother me that much. I really didn't, like, because it bothered you. I was ready to put my money down. I was ready to hit buy. Maybe me having to attend to my son, kind of like, he's like baby talk. Listen, just take some time and think about it for a little bit.
I think even 50 is maybe okay. It sounds better, but 60, and like, and then I feel dirty, you know. They're just playing on your nostalgia. That's what it is to me.
Yeah, because and it's funny that you said nostalgia, because I was planning on getting the Shenmue 1 and 2 collection, but I thought to myself, man, listen, that system and that game has a special place in my heart, because back in, I think it released in, 99, 2000? That game pretty much revolutionized what open world gaming was. It introduced QuickTime events. I'm afraid that picking up that game, it's going to show its age. And I'm going to be playing it, and I'm going to be like, wow, this aged terribly.
Well, what are they doing? Is it like an HD kind of thing, or is it like a Resident Evil 2 kind of situation?
I think the Shenmue 1 and 2, I think it's more of a HD port. That's what I think.
So they're, okay.
And I'm still like, oh, I really don't want to be disappointed. So I'm holding off on it for now. I'm really interested to see what they do with Shenmue 3, but...
is it like they're coming out the same... It's like a pack, or is it like...
Oh, no, the collection is already out now.
Oh.
But I'm like, shit, I want to hold off on it. You know, you have the Onimusha.
How much is it?
I think it's 40. I believe it's 40 as well.
Okay.
And so is the Onimusha one, which I'm a fan of Onimusha as well, which I didn't realize released, which also is $40. I'm thinking, so what constitutes Resident Evil 2? Well, it's a remake. Okay, I get it, but that's $60, and people have no problem paying the $60.
Yeah, I mean, but that to me again is they're just playing on your nostalgia. But you're right, people are buying it. And people are playing it.
And I've seen the Tyrant, right? I don't know. I don't like I don't like the hat. I'm having an issue with the hat for some strange reason.
I've stayed away from a lot of his stuff, and unfortunately, I can't.
No, you can't. You can't stay away from it.
I can only stay away so much from spoilers.
Right. I mean, the good thing is I've managed to stay away from the spoilers. I mean,
it's hard to be spoiled when it's this situation.
Yeah, because obviously it's one of your favorite Resident Evils. So
it's my favorite.
Really? Over 4.
Oh, easily. Not any question.
And I don't know if you saw it, but Capcom released a statistic.
Oh yeah,
on who, I guess they chose Leon more over Claire. It was like an 80-20 split.
I mean, but Leon is an icon.
Yeah, no, you're right. Me personally, I always played as Claire first. Always.
You would say that.
I know I would say that.
Leon is an icon. Like he's the hair.
I'm looking at the cart right now. Man, even with the $5, that price is
nothing. You're not paying for tax.
No, it's still like I've never hesitated this much before. Never.
I mean, just wait until it's on sale. That's pretty much all you can do.
Yeah, that's right.
I mean, it'll be on sale. I mean, you might have to wait a little bit.
Yeah, how long are we gonna have to wait though?
I mean, that's the only thing. I mean, but if you're willing to wait, yeah. But if not, or maybe wait until the DLC comes out.
That's right. It was announced that we are having 3. Is it 3 or 4?
I think it's 3.
3 additional free DLC. It's called Ghost Survivor Stories.
I mean, it is free, so that's okay. We don't know what they are though.
Come on, they're at least trying.
I think they realize that they can't pay for charge full price for the remake, and then charge you again for DLC.
Well, remember, Activision did that with the Call of Duty 4 remaster, I think. They charged you... Well, because let's face it, everybody bought Infinite Warfare for Call of Duty 4.
Yeah. Yeah.
and then they charging you on top of that full price for the DLC.
But that's the nature of the beast, as far as that goes.
Right.
This is a little bit different. There's no... Are there mercenaries?
That's a good question. I don't know. We spoke about that. I hope that they're adding some sort of mercenaries for that, because it's almost tailor-made for mercenaries. You know, you have the narrow corridors, you have the big rooms, you know, just trying to survive. It makes sense. Who knows? They may not. Just for the fact that they're giving us free DLC. Because I think you're right. I think they do realize that they kind of like, damn it, we can't charge them full price and then expect them to pay
For DLC.
It just doesn't work.
I think people would riot.
Yeah, I think they would riot too.
Again, what is this DLC? As far as I don't know what is the DLC.
It's 3 individual stories of, I believe one is a police chief, one is a daughter, and another, I forgot what the third one is.
So
it's side stories that
Okay.
are within sort of the Raccoon City. It's almost like Raccoon City stories, I would have to say.
Okay.
Now, I don't know if you've heard the rumors, but there's rumors that, you know, it's not a rumor that this game is pretty much selling like crazy, right? It exceeded Capcom's expectations as far as sales numbers. There's even rumors now that they might remake Resident Evil 3 now.
Yeah, I believe that.
You don't, or you do?
No, I do.
Now, did you play Resident Evil 3?
Yeah.
Now, refresh my memory. Did Resident Evil 3 take place before 2, or did it take place during 2?
And during.
Okay, during. I'm trying to get my timeline correct. Now,
So with the Nemesis.
oh wait, that's right. Resident Evil 3 had the Nemesis. Resident Evil 2 had the Tyrant, or
Right.
Mr. X, whatever you want to call him.
But again, the Tyrant doesn't really, the thing with the Nemesis, he chases you throughout the entire game.
But now they redid it where now the Tyrant chases you throughout the entire game as well.
Oh, that I didn't know.
Yeah, they changed it.
Okay, that's interesting.
Now, I guess, because there's a point in the story, it's not a spoiler, where I don't know, I'm trying to remember from the original, a helicopter crashes into the police station.
Yeah.
At that point, that's when the Tyrant starts chasing, and it will chase you everywhere. I think the only place it doesn't chase you is the
Hold on. The Tyrant is...
trench coat.
Yeah. No, the Tyrant... Isn't the Tyrant Birkin?
You're thinking of the Nemesis.
No, the Nemesis is something else.
Yeah, the Tyrant... No, the Tyrant is the...
No, Birkin injects himself with the thing,
Am I confused?
and he becomes the Tyrant. Yeah, I think you're confusing it.
Okay, we'll just leave him as Mr. X.
Because the Nemesis comes from the like a tube, like he's
From a tube.
literally no, the helicopter
yeah.
drops him.
Oh,
The
that's
helicopter drops
right.
him.
That's right. You're absolutely right.
The Tyrant is the one he injects himself, and then he becomes I believe it's William Birkin. I'm not 100% sure about that, but he injects himself and he becomes a Tyrant.
Now, do you think that, now that we're talking about remakes and Resident Evil, and the Resident Evil 2 kind of exceeding expectations, I'm going to throw it out there. Do you think they should somehow give us a remake to sort of, as an apology to the fans, which we know it's not going to happen, but hey, do you think they should remake Operation Raccoon City?
No,
No, you don't think so?
no.
Hey, I'm just throwing the question.
No,
out there.
no. I'm answering your question. No. I mean, it was a good.
I liked it. I like the concept. I mean, the execution was sketchy, but I like the concept.
That's an understatement.
Yeah. But I'm trying to be polite. You know, I'm trying to give credit where credit's due.
They tried.
They tried.
The execution was not good.
I mean, you have to at least commend them for taking the risk.
Yeah, it's fine. Yeah, but I can't see a scenario. They might as well. Why don't they just make a new one, like something new?
Right? Yeah. That makes more sense. But at what point should they stop making the remake? Because they remade the original. Now it's 2. They remastered Part 4. I'm pretty sure Resident Evil 3 is the last one, and that's it.
I would assume. I mean, Part 4 is still a little too new.
Yeah, well, they remastered it. It's still fairly new. I mean,
it's like an HD. They just gave you, 1080p or whatever. I mean, they didn't do what they didn't remat. I hate these terms, but they didn't remaster it.
yeah, you got to call it for what it's worth.
I know.
It's as like you said, it's the nature of the beast.
They just upgraded it, but they didn't really change anything.
Right.
Per se. I mean, I could see a scenario where Part 4 is still a little too new. And they're using the camera angle from Part 4, pretty much.
Yeah, and you could even adjust it as well. It's not like a locked or fixed camera. You can actually go in and adjust it, which
Okay.
I don't think Resident Evil 5 you're able to do that, but I know in Resident Evil 6 you were able to adjust the camera.
They were really, they were really, you could really play around with the camera in Part 6.
And this one you can do as well, which I think was a very popular option that they asked for, or the community asked for. But yeah, Gabriel and Mario, our resident 1 minute rant man, sending out messages left and right about Resident Evil. He won't shut up about it.
Yeah, I mean, we all know it's good. We're not arguing that.
Oh no, absolutely not.
We're arguing the price point. That's what we're.
And not only the price point, but for the fact that is it because it has to be categorized as, is it a new game? Then they would be able to charge the full price.
Yeah, of course.
But it's a remake. It's not a new game.
I mean, essentially, you saw me playing in our playthrough. I knew where I was going. I knew exactly kind of what to do.
I went back and I rewatched your run through, your playthrough. Mm-hmm. That was pretty impressive. I'll admit, because you really got to the end. I was like, wow, this is actually, he did pretty well. Yeah, you stumbled and you got caught a couple of times, which it's kind of normal.
It happens. I mean,
it happens.
It's gonna happen.
It was I was impressed.
But you know where to go. Yeah. Like I was waiting for those birds to come out. Never happened.
Wow, you actually remember.
Yes, I didn't. It's like a bike. You know, once you step in, like, oh, I know what to do here.
You never forget.
So yeah, I never forget. Yeah. So I feel like they're abusing the nostalgia.
At this point, they're abusing it.
That's what I feel. I'm gonna get it eventually. Not at this price though. And I bought Shadow of the Colossus. I bought it for $40. Day one, I bought it.
Yeah, and I know that was another one of your favorite games.
That's in the same category as Resident Evil 2. The game looks drastically different from anything else from the original. I
mean, don't get me wrong. I really love what they did. And I know for a fact that I'm probably going to end up getting it sooner rather than later. I'm just
You're going to give in.
I'm going to give in just for the fact that I have the free $5. I'm going to give in. I'm going to end up loving it. And I'm going to tell you need to pick up this game. And, you're going to end up waiting. And you're going to end up getting it for $40.
No. I'll probably get it. If I see a sale on PSN, I'll probably get it.
I'm calling it. I see you getting it for $40. I see it.
I said I could get it for $50. I have no problem. 50 is fine. 60, it just sounds. It just sounds like way too high.
Yeah, like a creepy business tactic.
Yeah, it just sounds bad. The first sale I see on PSN, I'll get it.
God, I hope it's soon. I really do hope it's soon. Because knowing my luck, I'll get it. Yeah, I'm loving the game.
The next day.
And then the very next day, you have PlayStation has a flash sale, which is what they always do, and they always get me. Always.
Again, I don't know. Just 60 is $59.99. That just doesn't sound. It sounds too much.
You know what? I really get insulted when they do the whole pricing $59.98. Come on, you're gonna insult me like that?
We're not stupid.
Yeah, like, it's on sale. Was $59.99. Now it's $59.98. I feel like slapping the crap out of whoever thought that was a good idea.
What's your? Do you have a favorite remaster or remake or?
That's a very, very good question. I
know we started this generation as that. A lot of remasters were coming out.
Of course, if you look at the early PS4, right? We had Last of Us and we had Grand Theft Auto 5, both remasters.
Now, ironically though, I did pay full price for GTA 5.
Did I pay full price? No, because I had a trade-in.
Okay.
So, but technically, yeah, if I didn't have the trade-ins, technically I would have bought GTA 5 again full price for a remaster.
I'm not sure why I'm getting so salty.
Well, I think it has to do because the reason I'm getting salty, right? I looked at the price and I thought about what you had said in the previous podcast, which was the game originally released in 99, 98, 99.
Right, that's what, okay.
It has an old foundation. We're 20 years in already?
Yeah.
They're giving us a new reiteration of Resident Evil 2. It's the game that we all know, we all love. We're replaying through it. Like, you're looking at it, $60. Does that constitute $60? If this game is a 20-year-old game, don't get me wrong, they beefed up the graphics, everything, they did exactly what they needed to do, but it's that price point. It feels like it's sticking me somewhere.
You're right. It fails. It doesn't compare to GTA 5,
But
where you get so much.
Yeah, but the problem is we're not lying to ourselves when we say we know it's a good game.
Yeah, we played the demo. We know it's good.
And that's sort of the conundrum that I'm facing right now. I know it's a good game. I know I'm going to play it. I'm going to play it in the dark because I like to torture myself like that. Because I remember the original Resident Evils, I only played at night and I only played in the dark, which was a gigantic mistake.
Just to amp it up a little bit.
Yeah, just to get the ambiance, the feel. This one is like, I know I'm going to play through it. I'm going to play through it multiple times. I'm going to run around as Tofu. I'm going to play as Hunk. And I'm going to not regret paying the $60 for this game. So why is it bothering me right now? Literally right now as I'm staring at it, $60, I'm hesitating because the price is bothering me. And you brought up a very good point. We technically bought GTA 5 for full price.
Twice. Twice.
So why is this... Like, what you said was on point. We paid $120 for one game, for one title, GTA 5.
I did think you get so much from GTA.
Yeah, we kind of knew we already played the original. They didn't.
You get so much. You can. I'm sure we didn't even do everything that there was to do.
No, but Grand Theft Auto 5 Remaster came out. They gave us heists, so we paid that extra money for heists.
We didn't even do. We did one, and that was it.
No, I remember I did a couple.
Oh, you did? Okay.
Yeah, I did a couple.
But I think you get so much from GTA.
So you don't think
you definitely get your money's worth.
So you don't think we're gonna get our money's worth for Resident Evil 2?
Because it's essentially two campaigns.
Yeah.
And from what I understand, it's the same campaign.
Is it really?
That's what I've read.
There's no different, branching path. So it's technically the same. Just
with a different character. That's what I've read. I could be wrong. Correct me, go ahead. But that's what I've read. It's the same another podcast. The same campaign, just different character.
Is there any way we can get Mario or Gabe on the phone? Get him on the horn? Anybody? We need to confirm this because if what you say is true, that's gonna bother me a little bit. A little bit. It's gonna be like,
Another, yeah. Like if let's say Leon solves a puzzle, the same puzzle will be there for Claire.
Oh, I see what you're saying now.
So in a way, it's two campaigns, but in a way, it's not.
Yeah, I see what you're saying. Yeah, it makes sense.
So compared to GTA, where
you got 3 campaigns for GTA.
Yeah, and you don't even never even have to touch the campaign. You need to go do something else, or online, or we don't need to go. I mean, you know what GTA is. You can do. Yeah. There's so much in that you will get your money's worth.
And you want to know the other reason why I'm kind of hesitating it a little bit? Mm-hmm. And I know you're going to criticize me for this. You know where I'm going with this.
No,
I actually had the opportunity to play the VIP demo for Anthem.
Okay.
Which I honestly think I wasn't supposed to play.
What do you mean?
Because the VIP demo, according to the website, the VIP demo was intended to be played by people who pre-ordered the game. I did not pre-order the game.
How did you even...
Listen, I don't know what happened. I don't know if I went outside the confines of the game, but...
How did you download it?
No, you were able to preload or pre-download, whatever they call it now. They were allowing people, listen, you could... Because there is a open beta, I believe, this weekend coming up. Okay? So they were allowing people, listen, you could download the game, but you just couldn't access it. Because I remember on Friday night when I tried to access it, there was a message that came up that said, whatever the date range was, is only available for people who pre-ordered the game, which is the VIP demo. Okay. All right, no problem. I still have the game downloaded. I'll wait until the open beta. Something happened. Something told me, try getting into the game.
Why?
I don't know. I was bored. I was at home. I was going to play Assassin's Creed Odyssey. And, when you load up the PS4, the UI, there was Anthem just sitting there. I'm like, you know what? Let me see.
You just want to look at the menu.
I just want, because sometimes depending on the demo, especially if it's an MMO demo, you can get into the main menu and play around with the options. Let me see how far I can get. I get to the loading screen. I'm like, I don't think I'm supposed to be this far, but let me see how far I can get. Let me see how far I can push this before I get like a notice or
Yeah.
a screen. Next thing you know, I'm in the demo. I'm in the base. I'm selecting my character. I'm like, oh my god, this is happening. Like, what is
No,
what is
okay.
going on? And as I'm loading everything up, I'm like, oh wow, this is actually gonna happen. It gets locked in the loading screen. Like, it just won't load.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, okay. I reset it. I try it again. Same thing. I get locked out. I was about to give up, but I'm like, third time is the charm. Let me try it one more time. I tried it that last time. I got in. They only give you one javelin at the time, which is the Ranger javelin.
Okay.
So I'm like, okay, this is where the demo's going to stop. It's going to allow me to pick my javelin. It's like, nope, you got to wait until the demo. Okay, let's go. Story starts, and I'm playing. I'm literally playing the game. So I'm like, something's definitely up. And then that's when I started realizing that, the demo itself was just plagued with issues. People were logging in that shouldn't have. People that should have been able to log in weren't able to log in. So
Oh, wow.
I'm pretty sure that I ended up taking somebody's spot. That's why they said one of the reasons why the server literally crashed, because there was an abundance of people, which proves my theory that there were just people out there that were able to play the demo, namely me, that shouldn't have been able to play the demo. That's why people couldn't get on, because the servers were beyond max capacity.
Yeah.
But I took the
What were your thoughts?
I took the opportunity, and I'm like, you know what?
Yeah,
Let me play
might as well, right?
before the ticker stops, or I just get logged off. I played it. I went into it with absolutely zero expectations. I was expecting this game to absolutely suck. As I'm playing through it, I'll be honest, it actually grew on me a little.
Yeah, I remember. I remember you messaging me
Look, I'm gonna pull up the message right now.
a few days ago.
All right, and I quote, "Fuck, Anthem grew on me," and you have to really, really look at that first fuck, because it's not like, oh,
Let
fuck.
it
It's
sink
like,
in.
that fuck is like, oh fuck, like that type of. Because I wasn't expecting it to grow on me, but it did, and the reason why is because the shooting mechanics were solid. Playing as the javelins, it felt nice to play in they're mechs. All right, each mech.
Wait, I know you're a mech guy too.
Oh, I'm a huge mech guy. I love Gundam Wing. You see my unboxings. I'm a huge mech guy. Playing in the mechs were fun. Each one of them felt drastically different, as opposed to a game like Destiny, where the Guardians kind of felt the same. I know they're not in mechs, but every character felt a little similar.
To a point, yeah.
To a point. Now, I got a chance to play as not only the Ranger, but as the Colossus as well. I was able to unlock the Colossus.
Well, you really got in there, man.
Yeah.
I
felt like I was a timer. I was like, I gotta try to get in as much as I can before something happens.
You can send you a note.
Oh, absolutely. I wouldn't be surprised if I get locked out of this demo, the open beta. So being able to compare the two javelins, the Colossus has no secondary shield, but it actually has a shield, if that makes any sense. Now, the Ranger and the other ones, they have secondary shields. So if the shield goes, they still have their health bar. The Colossus only has a very, very large health bar.
I see. Okay.
Okay? And being able to take out the shield and just run with the shield active and just trample over people, like you feel it. Like you feel the weight.
Okay.
Almost like the weight, like when you throw Kratos' axe and it comes back and you feel that thud.
I got you.
That type of feel. Like if it has weight to it. When you fly around, it feels good, right? Granted, yes, there was a lot of problems. Like there was a lot of cut in and cut out, load screens. There was a lot of bugs, which, like how you said, is typical in these type of games.
Well, no, I think it's the beta. That's what it's for. That's what the beta is for.
Exactly, that's what it's for. So all the videos you see on YouTube, that this game's trash, it's garbage. I'm always the type of person that I like to see things from a different point of view. That's why I went into it with absolutely zero expectation. And I'm glad that I did. Because I was able to let the game welcome me in.
Yeah.
All right. I think the map was very well designed. Because it's not your traditional horizontal map. It's vertical, meaning you have to fly to climb and you have to fly to dive. You're underwater, you're in caves, you're in mountains. It feels like an actual map.
So you also mentioned the customization.
The customization actually really, really impressed me because it fell more along the lines of Diablo. as far as, the weapon drops, the different type of weapons, but the customization. And there's some screenshots of two of the same javelin completely customized differently. And they look completely different. You get to actually choose not only the color. Check this out. You get to choose not only the color, but the color type, meaning if you want it glossy, if you want it matte, if you want it metallic.
Almost like a Need for Speed kind of thing.
Almost like a Need for Speed type, which you wouldn't think like, oh, that stuff really doesn't interest me. I spent at least a good 10 minutes in the menu choosing, like, do I want metallic? And we're not talking about just one plate or another. You have primary colors, secondary colors, tertiary colors. It was almost a little bit overwhelming.
No, everybody loves that. I mean, everybody loves that.
And not only can you customize all that stuff, like the colors, depending on the gear that you get, it changes your appearance too. But you have the opportunity, like in Diablo, if you like a specific look of a different type of gear, you can sort of I don't know if it's called re-rolling or I forgot what it's called in Destiny.
I think like a forge or something
yes,
like that?
You get to reforge the appearance of your armor. So 2 pieces of armor or 2 pieces of armor that are on a javelin will never look the same. 2 javelins will never look the same.
I mean, that stuff, I love that stuff, customization and reforging and, trying to find the most rare item. That stuff I love.
Yeah, so that stuff, the box which was checked. Customization, check. Weapon drops, rare, common, epic, all that, check. So that part they got down. You have, I believe, 300 slots, and depending on the weapons that you find, it is shared between all 4 of your javelins.
Yeah, you didn't mention that. That's a little negative. But, I'm sure they might adjust that later.
Yeah, they will adjust that later, but for now, all the gear that you find is shared, which presents its own problems because remember, in Diablo, one of the big problems was if you liked playing as a hunter, like for me, for example, I found the problem where every time I would get like epic or legendary gear, it was always for somebody else.
Right.
Which I see that potentially being a problem during the early weeks, the early months of Anthem, which I'm pretty sure they'll adjust it, they'll patch it. There is no PvP.
Not for now. I think it was gonna come. I think that definitely.
You think they're gonna? Because according to, there was an interview conducted with the lead game developer, lead designer, and they said they're not including PvP.
Oh, they said that.
Yeah, then again, I'm paraphrasing. There's no PvP.
That's the gist of what he said.
Yeah, no PvP, and PvP has not been thought of, or it hasn't been something. Okay, so this is strictly a PvE type of game. It's a co-op game. It's an online.
I think it's 4 players, right?
Yes, it is 4 players, and I got a chance to. Somebody else on my friends list had the game as well, or they were playing the demo, so we were able to group up.
And that worked well?
He had another friend, so it was 3 of us. We were able to group up together, drop in, drop out. It had a little bit of a Destiny type of feel to it, and it worked.
That worked fine.
It worked perfectly fine. And this is one of those type of games that, with every co-op game, it's going to be much better when you play with friends.
Of course.
And I noticed another thing too. Having the different javelins, because the other person in the group had the storm javelin, which is pretty much aerial. Stays in the air all the time. The longer it stays in the air, the stronger it becomes. I had the Colossus, and my other friend had the Ranger. Drastically different play styles, and it worked. We were able to... Oh, and they had public events too. We participated in a public event. And it was not easy. It was very, very difficult.
It's like any game.
Like any game.
Once you get to a certain point, you'll be able to just crush any... That's the way it was with Destiny.
Yeah. And I remember after I logged off, I'm like, okay, I don't see myself playing it because I don't want to make the same mistake that I made with Destiny, where I played the alpha and then I played the 2 betas. So by the time it came out, you were already it was a little saturated already. Like whatever was, you've seen what the game had to offer at that point before the game even released.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't think I was going to be able to get logged back in, and I wasn't able to log back in. So I'm like, okay, you know what? This is a good thing. And then after I stopped playing, I'm like my hands were twitching a little bit. I'm like, damn it. Now I want to go back and play, which is the sign that it actually did what it was supposed to do. And there was only one story, but
like one campaign.
And I thought I heard your voice. I heard your no. I heard your voice. I've pretty much been on point with the previous games.
I've been pretty on fire lately.
Yeah,
I'll say
it's
that.
safe to say you're on fuego. It's safe to say that. So it's before I get all like, oh my god, this game, it's great. And all right, I heard your voice. Calm down, relax, reel in a little bit. Remember what happened with Fallout 76? These type of games, especially the small MMO, I'll call them small MMOs because it's not really a big MMO. These type of games, they always have issues at launch.
Yeah, it's just normal. It's just the way. I hate to keep using this term, but the nature of the beast. That's just how those games are.
I mean, and you called it with Fallout 76. Fallout, it's a rather established franchise, but technically that game was. Is it safe to say that it was a new IP?
I don't want to go that far, but it definitely their first try into the online arena.
Because this is a new IP. Anthem is a new IP.
But they have EA and BioWare. Doesn't BioWare have experience in this online? Or no? I might be wrong.
It's more in... Well, EA has experience, but I think BioWare is more traditional RPGs.
Okay.
Your Dragon... Is it Dragon Quest? Not Dragon Quest. Dragon
Age.
Dragon Age, and you have, unfortunately, Mass Effect, which they butchered the last one.
So you would say they have experience or they don't have experience?
I would say no.
They did have... Mass Effect did have some online component.
Yeah, but it was mostly a horde mode.
Right. It wasn't...
It wasn't a full-fledged online-only experience.
Right.
My question would be, will this game make or break EA and BioWare? Will Anthem save EA or BioWare?
I don't think... I don't think you're asking that. I don't think EA needs saving. BioWare, I think, needs saving. EA's fine.
Yeah, I think it's more of a make or break for BioWare.
I think it's BioWare.
Yeah, for BioWare. I mean, from what I've seen, from what I've experienced, they have something. There's potential. But right
from
now,
what you tell me,
yeah, there's massive
most of
potential.
it is good.
Yeah, there's massive potential, and that's a good thing. But now it's about how they're able to address the hiccups, the roadblocks. The content feels like it's there. It's just a matter of, okay, how are they going to deal with everything? How are they going to roll it out? There's going to be issues. Are they prepared for the issues? They say that they're prepared. How truthful is that? It's pretty much make or break for BioWare. You're right.
Yeah,
EA's going to be EA no matter what.
Yeah, they're I don't want to use the term too big to fail, but there's one game that's going to break them. EA, anyway.
Yeah.
For BioWare, that's different. BioWare...
But I highly recommend you try the next demo, just get a little taste.
So you're saying Anthem is going to have a Mass Effect on BioWare?
I'm upset because I didn't think of that. That was actually a very good one. I'm not going to lie. Touche.
I mean, it's a new IP, so you think this is making... I don't think this game is going to fail at first. I think people are excited for it. It's going to be up to BioWare to see how they upkeep it. I think people are excited for the game.
I'll be honest. I'm a little, not excited, but I'm interested to see how the game develops.
So this is not day one for you?
No, it's not day one because just like how you've said, I'm listening to what you're saying. Games like this, it's almost guaranteed.
You know how it is.
Yeah,
I'm not saying anything extraordinary. I'm not saying anything.
No, you're not. And it's not that I want something bad to happen. It's just that it's going to happen. We've had too many instances where we're kind of telling the same narrative. This A, B, and C has happened. The developer has or hasn't responded. They're gonna patch.
It just the way it is with online only. Unfortunately, and again we keep saying the same thing. The early adopter gets screwed.
Yeah,
but it's just the way. Unfortunately, that's just the way things are.
And I think that's really what's the one thing that's preventing me from really going all in day one, because it's like the early adopters are always the ones that suffer. No matter what, it's gonna go on sale. I don't know when.
No, but I even forget about the price. Even if it's just to iron out the bugs, even a month later, that's fine. I would even a few weeks. I'm sure by that point.
Yeah, I think a month it would be okay. A month, it's safe to say that they should have ironed out all the major bugs.
Right, they should have.
Ones. Should have.
And there shouldn't be any kind of any login issues or lagging. I think that's reasonable for a month.
Yeah, that's definitely reasonable. I think it's doable too.
Anything else? most games could fix that stuff in a month. Cause but Andromeda really,
Oh my god, it was
that really
such a
killed it.
shame. Such a shame what happened to that. Well, at
And
least you
you
look at
played it and you bought it and you play it? You played it, right?
I didn't buy it, I played it, but being able to see Anthem is like, yep, I can see where all the animators went. All the resources went to Anthem. It's a shame that another big franchise, it just got screwed, man. It's just such a shame. And what made it even worse is there was supposed to be all this content developed for it, and they just
Right. Yeah.
abandoned it. Like, nope, we're
That
moving
was
on.
that was the big controversy, but that they just abandoned the game.
Yeah.
They just one day, all right, that's it.
Thank you for purchasing the game, and we
But
are out.
I mean, they didn't put their A team on.
No, absolutely not. No, I'm glad that you said that too. They did not put their A squad.
And this, but I don't think. Do you think Mass Effect is dead at this point, or
Well, Andromeda is.
no? Definitely.
It definitely is. Is the series dead? It's hard to say.
I can definitely see them trying at least one more time.
It's in that strange area where Dead Space is right now.
Yeah.
It's in a dead space.
That's okay. You're trying.
Yeah, yeah. I really want to get my hands on the next demo, and then I'll be able to render my verdict. Because I think I only got a chance to play it for a couple of hours. I really didn't dig too much into it.
Okay. I mean, for those a few hours, I feel like you got a lot.
Yeah, for the small amount that I did play, but I really want to be able to play with friends and really be able to see if this is. I'm pretty sure it's going to be a different demo,
Yeah, I think I would assume it is.
but I really want to see how it holds up because this like a lot of people are going to be able to play it. So maybe hopefully they've learned and they're adapting. But the good thing is, BioWare is aware of the issues and they're sending out messages, they're sending out tweets, addressing it right away, which is a good sign.
Yeah, but this is what these betas are for. To stress test the servers and just so I wouldn't be surprised if it crashes several times.
Because there's nothing worse than something happening and the developer going silent.
Right. So yeah, you're right. That's a good. I'm trying to think of another one. Like,
You're trying to think of another one, really?
That's good. One of the big things that I look for.
Quit while you're ahead. I can see you're still thinking. You got one really good one in. Don't push your luck.
You didn't tell me what was your favorite remake. If you can think of one.
My favorite remake. Now,
Let's recent. You don't have. If you can't think of all time, recent.
Recent. Now, is this collection, remake, or remaster? The all of them.
Whatever you want, man. Whatever.
Whatever floats your boat. I would have to say the God of War 3 remaster.
Okay.
Because if you play it now, it's graphically, even in the PS3 era, it was still graphically impressive.
Yeah.
Being able to get it upscaled and running at 60 frames. When I played it, I'm like, wow, like you can really tell the difference. So as of right now, as it stands,
Yeah.
I would have to say God of War 3.
Have you played The Last of Us?
Yes, I have. I played The Last of Us. I beat it.
No, the remaster.
The remaster, as well as Grand Theft Auto 5.
Okay.
And I think I didn't choose The Last of Us because even the remaster, when it came out, it was relatively not that long before it's like, okay, Last of Us, oh, there's a remaster. It's like, wait a minute, didn't it just come out like a couple years ago?
Yeah, it wasn't. I don't even think it was a year or two. Like it was very. I think they just maybe called it remaster.
Yeah. Then again, another game that they upscaled the game looked impressive as it was, but they just upscaled everything, made it 60 frames. So for me, it would still have to be God of War.
No,
What about you?
I've never played the remaster.
For which one?
God of War.
Oh, I thought you did.
No.
Huh. So what's your favorite as of right now?
I played the original. Yeah, obviously, I played all God of Wars, but
Yeah.
the remaster, they gave it for free a few months ago,
Yeah,
right?
they gave it to us for free a few months ago.
I didn't even download it. I put it in my library, but I just didn't even. I think that's one of those games where okay.
You'll get around to it if you can.
Yeah, there's so many other games that's on my plate.
So it's safe to say that Shadow of the Colossus is your favorite remake?
Oh, yeah, has to be. I mean, I'm trying to think if I played anything else. And this is a good question. Sonic Mania. is that like a brand new game for you, or is that
I would have to say it's a brand new game.
okay?
I mm,
Do you know about it?
yeah, I know enough about it.
Where
I don't think it's a remake because although they did take some of the older elements, it's still relative. Like a lot of the stuff is still relatively new.
yeah,
New levels, new designs. They added 2 new characters for the Sonic Mania Plus. So
yeah. Just thought I asked, but you're right. I
no,
mean, even the
but
first level is in the same world, Green Hill Zone,
yeah,
but it's not.
it's
The
not
one,
it's not a one-to-one recreation
right, right.
because I'm pretty sure some of the assets got lost somehow.
I think so.
I could have sworn I read somewhere that there was a lost level that got, that some of the assets were lost, or I forgot exactly how it was. It was around the same time where the news came out that secretly Michael Jackson worked on the
Oh,
soundtrack
okay.
for Part 3,
Okay.
and they went into that whole thing, and I need to rewatch it to figure out, but as of right now, I don't think it's a remake. I think
Yeah.
it would be a new game.
Just interesting to ask.
Yeah. So we've come to that part of the episode where it's time to say our goodbye. So go ahead and visit us on www.levelbasedgaming.com.
Follow us on Twitter, on podbean.com, and subscribe to our YouTube channel.
And as always, my name is Felipe Parada, and the other guy on the mic is Oscar Portillo.
And we're out.